Hello, Cancer. It is time for your mid-August update. We're going to start out with an oracle card as usual to see what kind of energy or theme you're working with here. And we have manifest your miracle. Wow. Wish fulfillment. It's the first words that came in. Wish fulfillment. There is something you've been working toward or something you've been hoping will go a certain way. It is going to go that way. It is going to turn out better than you expected. So if you're still working on something now and you're watching this, maybe before that event happens, keep throwing that positive energy in there. Keep thinking of the good outcomes, the absolute best outcomes, the even better outcome. Focus on the good things, and that's what you'll be able to manifest. It does feel like there is a specific thing for each of you, and it's been on the back burner in the back of your mind for a while. So if you've been doubting it or throwing doubt at it or thinking it's never going to happen, flip those thoughts around, flip those thoughts, put the positive emotions in there, turn that moon energy, put it into that new moon mode, into that building energy mode, and manifest that moon. Manifest that thing, manifest that goal, that target, whatever it is that you've been thinking of that's been at the back of your mind that you're like, oh, it sure would be nice if that happened. Put some focus into it. Put some focus into it. Manifest your miracle. This is the time. This is a good time for you to do that, to put that focus there. It's going to turn out even better than anticipated as the primary thing that keeps pushing through. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards have to go with that. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Two of Wands, the Emperor, and the Two of Swords. So definitely have some cards here that support those initial messages that were coming through and go with this really well with this Manifest Your Miracle card. So starting off here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a card that's saying, you know what to do. You know what you have to do. You have to put the work in. You've been putting the work in, and you know what you're doing. You know the steps you have to take. You have perfected this. So if there's a thought process in there, if there's some actual physical work you need to do in order to encourage this to happen, you already know what that is. You may already be working on it. This is the work you're putting in to create your destiny, to achieve your goal, to manifest your dream, to manifest your miracle. So you are putting in the work and you're good at it. This is right up your wheelhouse. It feels right. It feels comfortable. You may be leaning heavily into your intuition here because it feels right. That's what's helping guide you to do the right things, to take you in the right direction. But you know what you're doing. And other people have probably recognized that about you. It's like whenever you do this, how it always happens. How do you do that? How does it just happen for you? I mean, in reality, it doesn't necessarily just happen. You do some things to get the ball rolling. You take some steps to start getting it out there to get. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. You want to build a snowman? You start with a little snowball and you start rolling it by the get down to the end of the hill. Your snowman may be already there, built up for you. Maybe you start with 3 balls. Depends on what kind of snowman you want. But you take those first steps and you know exactly what those first steps need to be. And you're good at it. So you may have already put this in motion. You've already started the work. But you definitely put some work into it. You've taken some steps to start the ball rolling. And then we have the Magician card. This is the first card in the Major Arcana. This card is about manifestation. And it ties in good to the Eight of Pentacles too, because the Magician has the knowledge, the tools, and the connections to create whatever it is they need. They can bring all those things together. Whatever it is that they're dreaming of, whatever it is that they want to attain or have happen, they know how to bring all the pieces together to make it happen. And they believe in their magic. That's a major component. This is believing in your own magic. And this is you using your power for good, using your power to create the life that you want, to draw the things that you want to you, meeting it in the middle where necessary, but you can make this happen. This is an innate part of who you are. Or you may just start recognizing that and realizing that about yourself here in this second half of the month. That when you really want something, when you really put a lot of focus on it, it happens. And it happens probably usually quicker than expected and easier. Everything always comes easily to you, especially when you put in some of the effort to pull it toward you. Believe in yourself. And then we have the Two of Wands, which again, for me, also supports this because the Two of Wands is about the dream. It's about brainstorming. It's about planning for the future. What is it you want? Dream big, dream small, whatever it is. Start putting that out there. You put that energy out there. You make a list. This is exactly what I want to have happen. You can even get into some details. You can make this happen. You can manifest this just by being you, just by focusing on it, writing it down, putting in some detail, writing the story of what life will be like once you have it, as if it's already in your life. You can picture it right there. You can taste it. You can touch it. That's going to help draw it in. And the Two of Wands is kind of that kind of energy. It's also partly coming up with the plan, which could be, well, I don't even want to say that for you in this case. This is all about the brainstorming part and doing that exercise of visualizing that you already have it. Bringing it into the taste. How does it smell? How does it taste? What does it look like? What are the colors? What does it sound like? All of that, bringing that into your being is going to help you manifest that thing. So I think you're taking time to do that type of energy or exercise, that type of exercise to bring that energy in, to draw it toward you. Generically, the Two of Wands is usually there. It is coming up with, so like think of planning a trip. So this year I've decided I want to go to the Caribbean. Well, how would you go about doing that? How would you get there? What would the tickets be like? Where do you want to stay? It's all of that part of it, which is all a part of manifestation and making it happen and coming up with kind of a plan. It's not necessarily all the details, but it's at least the big picture. Setting your goals is another way to think of it. You come up with your goals with this Two of Wands and think big, don't think small. And then we have the Emperor, another major arcana card. You have two of them here. You are going to have to put up some sort of boundaries or some sort of protection around this thing so that it doesn't go or grow out of control for some reason. Why are we feeling this with this card? So the Emperor is like the father of the tarot deck. The father is all about that masculine energy, but also protection and guidelines, rules, things put in place to protect you. So why do we have this in the middle of this Manifest Your Miracle reading? There may be some limits that you need to acknowledge. Okay. There are some limits that you need to acknowledge so that it doesn't go out of control or get bigger than you really want it to. Because what if you are manifesting a trip around the world, let's say? That's going to involve a lot of time down the road. Do you really have that much time? What if that did manifest and you want a trip around the world, but that means you can't work while you're traveling around the world for 3 to 6 months? So you do need to put more definition. Aha, that's what it is. You need to put more definition on what it is you want. I'm looking for a trip to Europe for 2 weeks in the summer. Once you have the time off saved up or whatever it is. So you put the timeline in there too. You can add the timeline as part of your manifestation, as what it is that you want to have happen. That's what it is. Make sure it fits into your schedule. Make sure it fits into at least loosely within your budget. I mean, it may turn out that it's more affordable than expected as part of what you're manifesting, or maybe that's what you need to make sure you're including as part of your brainstorming and your visualizing part, is that it's going to be more affordable than expected. Maybe you win part of a cruise or do something that's going to help put it within your budget. So you can even set what that budget should be. And then we have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, this is where you're going to have a tough decision to make. What if you manifest 2 vacations? But you can only take one because, again, you only have so many days that you can take off from work and then still pay for utilities and everything else that will need to be paid for, even though you may not be staying there. Going to have to make a decision between at least 2 different options. If you don't make a decision, then you won't have any choice. There won't be any choice to make because it's like they would go to the next contestant or whatever, or the next person in line. So it could be that some of you are on a wait list for something too. And this is the time period where your name may come up, or if it's like a lottery, they may draw your number, which opens it up to you, but you may have a limited amount of time to respond. So you're going to have to make a decision. When this opportunity comes up, if it is not exactly what you want, are you going to want to reject it and hope you get exactly what you want? Or are you going to take the option that's before you? There isn't a wrong choice here. You are still going to have a good time. You are still accomplishing, manifesting the thing that you want. It's just that there may be an option to wait a little longer to see if you can get even better or exactly what you want, or you can seize the opportunity that's before you. It feels like it's going to turn out either way. It's just up to you which one feels right. Don't lean in necessarily with your practical, logical, this makes the most sense kind of thinking. You want to use your heart. You want to use your intuition when choosing here. Which one feels like it's going to be better for you? Which one feels like the one do you need to seize the opportunity now? Because you're not guaranteed even that next one is going to be everything exactly what you want, but you have one in hand now. Are you going to take that one? Or are you going to give it up and wait for the next one? So, choices. Kind of a tough choice, but I mean, you're still manifesting your miracle. All right, what do we have on the back of the deck for you? The Three of Wands. The sense of anticipation, of excitement. It is just over the horizon. You are waiting for that cruise ship to dock, and you're going to get on it and go. So it is close. It is almost here. It is just that feeling of anticipation. Maybe it's a drawing that's at the end of the month, and you're like, okay, I put all my feelers out there. I got all the energy going right. It's feeling good. I got my entry in. Everything's clear. Maybe I bought a couple extra entries. Whatever this is for you, it's definitely that feeling of anticipation and excitement and looking forward to the voyage ahead, whatever that is for you. Could even be a new job. Whatever this is that you're manifesting, oh, you are excited about it. And it's just, let's go kind of energy. And that, Cancer, is what I have for you for your mid-month update. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.